Hey Majesties, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for always returning. Trust you and yours are well and you are loving yourself and others like always. Many thanks to all of you for the support you give to the channel. Thank you so much to our channel members, to our anonymous supporters, to all of you my esteemed subscribers. You are all loved, celebrated and appreciated. So today I want us to look at the difference between the answer and the truth. Now, as far as I am concerned, and some other melanated brothers and sisters, some other Africans are concerned as well, what I learned in school about my people, about the continent of Africa, about who we are, is just the answers, or are just answers, not the truth. Alright? And this is where the differences come in now. The reply we are giving to questions that we ask about ourselves or questions that exist about the world, all right, those replies are not necessarily the truth. And this is what takes me to history is a lie and has always been a lie. Because when you look at history, you discover that it's not our story. So our story is different from his story. Alright, and that's what they tell you, words are spells, and you have to be careful which one you use. Okay, so we have heard a lot of stories about the white man and how superior they are, how powerful they are, how good they are, and about the black man, how evil they are, how inferior they are, and how powerless they are. So these are what we've heard right from when we were born. You know, the reason why I want to flog this is because of some people might think that what we do is racism. But no, we are trying to protect our race and who we are as well, because we deserve it. We have suffered enough that this time, as the black people, we have to now learn how to put our heads together and grow and excel, even in the situation, in the condition that is fashioned to destroy us, in a condition that is fashioned to inhibit our growth as the melanated brothers and sisters around the world. So I want to take your mind to some of the things that the world has done to the black image, some of the things that the world have done to the melanated image. Not necessarily to create a hate between you and other people, but for you to know yourself, because a being that does not know his or herself is as empty as an empty container. So I want us to listen to this keenly. It's important. We have to listen to this keenly, Your Majesties.
Africans, the Europeans can't save Africa. First of all, the people say they can't save you. Go see how they treat their own poor people that time. The reason why European poor people were so happy to join the military and come to Africa and all these countries was to be safe from their elites. Okay, more go up and do it to other people. Okay, please, we'll help you do it to other people. Stop doing it to us. Go and read their history. 500 years of perpetual warfare from the 1500s. To 1888, when they did the Berlin Conference, Europe was at war with one another. Blood everywhere in Europe. Over 500 years of perpetual warfare. England versus Spain. In fact, England and France fight 100-year war. 100 years of war between England and France. Non-stop, 100 years. Go and read African history, where any African kingdom was in such a barbaric state of violence. But these people can't come tell you nonsense for your useless primary school history. You said we just say history when you say that they are priests, that they are Anglican and Methodist and Catholic priests. Now I write them, put them for your curriculum, teach them to your day. So-called founding fathers, when they come they recognize them to you, as they could tell you, say, no, say, for them to tell us, say, Mungo Park discovered River Niger in our in African educational curriculum. They tell you, say, Mary Slessor stop killing of twins. Even though that one, you dey too stupid to see saying a lie. They tell you, say, Mungo Park discovered River Niger You say go dey repeat am like say na truth be that. That's answer. That's an answer. Who stopped killing of twins? Mary Slessor. That's an answer. Who discovered River Niger? Mungo Park. That's an answer. The answer and the truth are not the same thing. Now answer you need to navigate this capitalist world full of lies. You need their answer to give them, to get their results. The truth is far from the answer. If you believe that Mungo Park discovered River Niger is the truth, then you must believe that the African people, where they bath for that river every day, where they fetch water for that river every day, where they use that river every day, where show Mungo Park the source of that river. Because when you want map the river, now African navigators carry, we carry here in brother, show them, carry them reach Lokoja, show them the source of the confluence, everything round the whole river. You must now believe that those people were not human beings. You must believe that your ancestors were truly animals. They were monkeys. You must believe. Because if you don't believe that, how can you discover something where people did there already? How can somebody come to your house and tell you he discover your building after you don't build that inside the house? You can say, I've discovered this building. How can you think? How can anybody go to say that kind of statement is true? Mary Slessor, may she first stop the killing of women and children for Scotland. Go and look at what was happening in Europe the time when they say she come Africa can't stop killing of twins. Go and look at what was happening to women in the Inquisition in Europe. Why she not stop that one for her country before she come Europe, before she come Africa? What did she do for Europe to stop the atrocities against women? Now, know when women begin vote for Europe, now 1920s, so. Whereas women had been ruling in Africa for thousands of years. Women had been in power in Africa. Nefertiti has been pharaoh in Egypt. Queen Amina, where they teach us for school at least. Now, if you say I don't know that one name, Queen Izinga, all over Africa. In fact, the first Europeans to step foot in Africa, one of their biggest problems in African society was the freedom of African women. The participation of women in African politics. Whereas European women had no say in any of European politics. They were truly second class. Pushed to the back of everything. Not allowed to speak. A woman's place is in the kitchen. A woman's place is in the kitchen. This is a European proverb. I repeat. I always tell you now. That is the beginning of patriarchy. That is the sum and all of patriarchy in our system today. Is that an African proverb? Say an African proverb be that. Tell me the equivalent of that proverb for your language. In fact, I know they speak any other African language except Yoruba. And the Yoruba way I know if you make that same proverb in sentence, it don't make sense. It don't make sense for Yoruba. You sound like say you be imbecile. It sounds like say you be imbecile. This grammar itself is imbecilic. So if you talk you go be like say you be imbecile. You understand what I'm saying? So how can they come and tell us that these people with such barbaric act in their own land against their own people, with some barbaric act against us, came here to stop anything from happening?
This is a question that we have to ask ourselves, as the Africans, as those of African descent, as melanated brothers and sisters, kings and queens, your majesties. Are we colonized? Are we a colonized people up until this time that Mother Nature is struggling to force us into seeing the truth and not the answers, your majesties? When they say you are barbaric, your ancestors were barbaric, they eat one another, is that the truth or it's an answer? So with the little knowledge I've gathered, with the little books I've read here and there, my little, I keep saying little knowledge, I have come to realize that that is not the truth of who we are as the African people. We are not barbaric. We are not. And we are not even created to eat something that has blood on it, because our essence is the green. Our essence is nature. I don't know if that video is up or maybe, I don't know, but what are we to eat as the melanated nine-ether beings? What are we to eat as the Africans, the Alkebolans? It's all stated in that video. I said it all there. Originally, we were not even to taste blood or flesh. But we have been programmed to accept these things. But are they the truth of who we are? No, Your Majesties. They are just the answers, but not the truth. In our societies today, and when you check out some little history way back to maybe 500 or 700 years ago, you discover that our ancestors of those times, 700 years ago, 500 years ago, were not respecting women. Women were like objects. It's the influence of the white man. Our original essence is fashioned in the way that we respect women. We love women. Genuinely, we do not disrespect them because it is from them that we have life. So the place of a woman was never the kitchen alone. But the white man had fashioned, and we began to tap into people's cultures the moment we lost ourselves. The moment we lost ourselves, we began to live the life of other people, and then we became the shadow of ourselves. And that's why things that were not the truth of ourselves were accepted as the truth of who we are, Your Majesties. In the African community, in the African society, in the melanated community, the woman should be respected and loved as well, Your Majesties. Our educational system have been fashioned in the way that we have been programmed, and I keep saying it, all right? The areas where we are programmed, the areas where our senses are taken are the schools and the church. These two places is a place where they used, and the aim of creating these two places, the church and the school, was to rule over us. All right? To help us forget ourselves. So what the school tell you, the church confirms it. All right? And force you to believe in it with the eye of faith. The lies that the truth tell you, the school tell you, the church comes and seal it. And then you be like, oh, this is what they said in school, and the church is saying it as well. Oh my goodness. So it is God that is saying it. So the church and the school is the cause of our problems. Yeah. So I don't know how you look at this. I felt like sharing this with you. So we sit and rethink ourselves as the melanated people. Who are we? Who am I? Am I colonized? Still, in this age and time. I'll see you in my next one, Your Majesties. Until then, love yourself, love others. Stay safe, stay positive. Always, Your Majesties. Bye for now.